Hey everybody, back here at Rusty Gates Farm. We don't have a lot going on this winter or during the winter period. We mainly do berries and produce and things of that nature. This year we're going to venture out into some broiler chickens. I think today's February 3rd or 4th. We're going to try to get some broilers mailed in here in a couple of weeks, so I've got to stop procrastinating and get some things done and get ready for those. So I just thought I'd bring you along. I'm going to just make a few feeders, and then we'll start the construction of the chicken tractor so we can run them across our pastures. All right, this here, before we get started on the feeders, this is what we're going to use for our brooder. This is a makeshift workshop, leather shop. Spend a lot of time up here in the winter. But we're wanting to get started pretty early on these chicks. So I've cleaned out a room, lined it with some metal here, corrugated metal. And it's got a vinyl floor in it, so it should be pretty easy to clean. I've got electric. The walls are 2x6 insulated. So this is where we'll brood the chickens out before and get them up big enough to go ahead and do the chicken tractor. It's a little windy out here today, so bear with me. We're going to try to keep this pretty short and sweet. They're pretty basic. There's videos all over YouTube how to make different types of feeders and these type. We're going to make a couple little changes on ours to suit our needs, but pretty much all the same. What we've got here is a 10-foot piece of 4-inch PVC pipe, schedule 40 or schedule 80, either one will work. We're going to cut it in half. We're going to take about a third out of it. I've got a couple already done. As you can see, we'll block the ends with a piece of wood. There'll be an eye bolt that'll go through them and they can hang. But what we're going to do a little different for ours is we're going to put the eye bolts in, and then we're also going to just flip these over and put a few screws in them so we can set them up in a brooder, or if they need to set on the ground for rabbits or whatever else we may end up using them for. I've already measured this one out to the 5-foot mark, so we're just going to split it in half. Then what we'll do is take you a square, a straight edge, just whatever you've got handy. I'm going to use one of these others. I used a drywall frame square cover my length, and that way I've got it pretty straight. But this time I'm going to just use one of these straight edges off of this and kind of go from there with it. Just going to take a jigsaw, whatever blade you've got on there will work. This here is just a piece of scrap 2x. Whatever you got should work. These here are just some short decking screws. Like I say, just use whatever you have on hand. Everything's got legs. And that's pretty much it. Like I say, you put a couple of eyelets in here, eye bolts, and they can be hung for like inside a chicken tractor, or they can just be set on the ground. We're gonna probably set a couple of these in here in our brooding area, and then we'll put the eyelets in them, and then we'll get some hung in the chicken tractors once we move them outside. Well guys, I've got 3 or 4 more of these I'm going to put together, and that should get us by. We're going to do 50 broilers to start out with, kind of test the market. We're going to, of course, put some in our freezer and hopefully be able to offer some to the community. Nobody's around is doing it, so I hope it goes over well. I won't bore you with all the details on putting the rest of these together. They're pretty simple. I'll probably start in a few days on the tractor itself, and I'll bring y'all along for that. If you guys got any comments, any recommendations, even places to purchase the broilers, you know, a good reputable place. This is new to us, so any help, we'll sure take it. But thank y'all.